The following was originally played live on air on a radio station at NATE. Any inconsistencies between the podcast recording and the on-air recording are accidents and aren't meant to happen. Also, you may notice that a few times there's a little robot voice that reminds you what you're listening to. That is there because there are commercial breaks on a radio station, and we had to cut those out. So that's what you'll hear instead. Eventually I'll find a better fix for that, but for now, that's what you have. Hope you enjoy.
Hello, hello. We are here. This is Like You Remember with Casey and Sierra for the first time on air.
Oh my god.
I'm Sierra McCool.
And I'm Casey Erickson.
And we are a couple radio and television students at NATE. I'm in second semester.
I'm in first semester.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first we're going to go over a little bit about who we are. I am... Oh, God, what am I? I am so many things. I love media, but also I don't watch any media. That's my big thing, is for most of my life, I was not a big movie, show, book, music enjoyer. I kind of didn't like anything for a while. Which is fine. It's fine to grow up like that. But then when you hear so many people referencing things around you, you're like, oh, I want to do that. And that's kind of what the show is for me. Casey, do you want to introduce yourself?
And I'm the exact opposite. I consumed so much media as a child. Like, so much. I could not be stopped. I inhaled books at a breakneck pace. I watched so many movies. I love watching movies in theaters.
Yeah. I only recently just started kind of getting into this sort of thing, and I've noticed I have a lot of opinions, and you also have a lot of opinions.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to catch you up on.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the problem that we're having here, which is like, why not broadcast that to so many people of the media struggle?
Could this be a private conversation? Sure.
Is it? Nope. So I guess the second thing is what this show actually is. And frankly, it's a lot of things, but the main thing that it is we're going to take a look every week at a movie, show, book, music, game,
all everything.
All the medias. And basically decide if it is overhyped. And a lot of this is going to be like the classic stuff that you probably enjoyed when you were a kid, or your parents probably enjoyed when they were kids, or maybe you as a child listening right now are enjoying as a kid. And we are going to decide if that is at all worth your time.
Yeah.
Because we're very professional in that regard.
We're so qualified to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have numerous degrees in film studies.
I've done 4 weeks of radio. I'm so qualified.
I've done... Oh, God. 16? Nope.
No, because it's
more
15
than that,
and then plus 4, so that's 19.
I didn't come into this to do math. But, yeah, some things you can expect. We're going to start each episode by playing probably a little either a scene or a song or something from a movie, and we're going to be like, hello, this is... Like You Remember with Casey and Sierra.
Yeah, and also you should try to guess what it is before we start talking.
You should. Frankly, even me, without having watched like Indiana Jones or Star Wars or anything, I can tell you immediately what most songs are. So if you can't get it, you're doing worse than I am, which is never the goal. I'm thinking here.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Looking.
So we should probably discuss what our first topic is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I will start with the obvious. The ad says, I have never seen most of your favorite movies. And a movie that I have not seen, and that Casey has not seen in a while, the Indiana Jones original trilogy.
Yeah.
I think...
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I like them. They're good.
They are good. Well, okay, I haven't seen them.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
You've never seen them.
Yeah, I think they're interesting looking.
They are interesting looking.
Yeah.
And they're in a lot of, like, pop culture.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
The
true.
Rock.
Yeah,
The Boulder.
This is the thing that I talk about so much, is, like, I think of Indiana Jones, I think of The Boulder, and also The Switcheroo, which sometimes people don't know what I'm talking about when I say The Switcheroo, but, like, okay, I was gonna say you know the part in Indiana Jones, but I have not seen it. You know the part in Indiana Jones
That
where he
you have
does-
not seen?
That he takes the artifact. I don't know what it is, and he switches it.
I think it's a golden monkey thing.
A-
I want to say,
Oh.
or maybe that was a parody. I don't know.
I gotta see this golden monkey.
I think it's a golden monkey. I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't watched it in a while. That's what next episode's for.
How old were you when you originally, or like, when was the last time you saw any of those movies?
It was a few years ago. I want to say it was maybe like 15. It might have been COVID times, honestly. Because especially during COVID, I watched so many things. So many things that are things that happened that I watched.
So many things were watched. I just looked up, because there was that new Indiana Jones movie, The Dial of Destiny, it was called, that came out last year before. It says June 30th, 2023. And I didn't know that it was the final installment of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's because Harrison Ford is too old now.
Oh,
He's
my
like,
gosh.
hold on, how old is Harrison Ford?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, not Harry Potter.
Not quite.
He is. How old is he? Well, he was born in 1942,
Oh my gosh.
so he is.
That man's ancient.
He's old. I'm very surprised that he is, like, playing one of the Hulks in the new Captain America movie.
He is?
He is. He's playing Red Hulk.
I'm gonna be so
people
real.
are like, oh my god, he's ancient.
And therefore Red Hulk is ancient. This is devastating.
This is the Like You Remember podcast.
And we're back. We're
Woo.
back. And we're talking about movies we like.
Yeah, but for those wondering, Harrison Ford is 82 years old.
Yeah, we fact checked it.
Yes.
He old.
Thank you,
He's also
Bing.
the Hulk, apparently.
He is.
Speaking of the Hulk, Marvel movies.
Marvel movies.
What's your take on those?
I really like the old Marvel movies. The
Okay.
new ones, they're movies. I think
That's
they
true.
kind of lost the plot. Like after like Infinity War and Endgame, they like it seemed like they didn't know what to do. It's like they didn't plan.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, we got this big thing. We got the big thing.
Yeah. Let's go. It's coming. It's
like
huge. And then it's
And then it happened, and then we were all like, that's awesome. What's next? And they were like,
ooh, who knows?
it's like, how about portals?
See, this makes no sense to me because I've not seen it.
How many Marvel movies have you seen?
Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of a lot of them, and collectively that probably spans out to 2 movies. I've seen Infinity War in its entirety. Or Endgame? No, it was Infinity War.
Okay.
I've seen Infinity War in its entirety, and that was like 6th grade. So I have no idea. But yeah, I think for the next part we're going to get into kind of what to expect of what our favorite type of thing is. And yeah, just the kind of media we like, so you can
Yeah.
lower your expectations.
And like what we kind of have, what we thought we could do,
Yeah.
that came to mind when we were like, what can we do? What can we talk about?
All right. So, what would you say your favorite... We'll start with movie. What's your favorite movie, Casey?
There's so many that I like for so many different reasons. I say this about everything. Someone's like, what's your favorite? And I'm like,
I don't know.
can I break it down by vibe? Like, okay, so
the
my-
vibe tier list.
I think one of my favorite genres, though, is like horror.
That's fair.
I like, especially classic horror movies. They're so fun.
Yeah, they're goofy.
They're
a
so
good
goofy.
slasher. Yeah.
I love me a good slasher.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Freddy Krueger socks right now.
Oh, damn. I didn't get any themed socks for today. I have
Oh, come on.
I was looking at the Minnie Mouse ones this morning and was like, Do I want to commit to that for the whole day? Will I exude Minnie Mouse energy for the entirety of the day? Probably not, because
No,
I do not.
That's
often.
hard.
It is hard.
She's so cool. You can't be that cool.
No, damn.
No
Point out all
offense,
the
but you will never
stops.
be as cool as Minnie Mouse.
Yeah. Well, okay. I will say my favorite media in general, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the big one I like.
That is a good one, though.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Did you watch the live-action movies?
I did as a kid as they were coming out. You know, it's ironic because I think my younger brother, has seen more of them than I have. But the big thing, and this is similar with the Transformers movies, they're Michael Bay films,
Oh, yeah.
and
They have a certain,
they leave a
vibe.
taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it's like, they smell.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's a good... It just kind of smells like dust and gunpowder.
So much gunpowder.
Oh, my God.
That is on the list, Transformers.
Really?
I really like the Michael Bay Transformer movies. I
you
don't know why.
I've kind of been forced to like them because my younger brother is a big Transformers guy, and growing up that was like the thing that we'd watch on a movie night, and I hated them because I was not an action movie girly. And now that I'm older, I can kind of appreciate them. I don't think as a kid I liked movies where there were CGI, but also it was like not predominantly the CGI, it was mostly the humans talking.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I didn't like about the live-action Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah, they're kind of uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the turtles and you're like, I mean, like, it makes sense, but it doesn't, like, please your soul.
No, that's not how you want them to look.
It's how they would look, but it's not what you want.
Yeah, and the way they move, too. It's like, you're
Yeah.
very bulky for a ninja. But that's okay, I guess. It's forgivable when you're, I don't know.
Like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, probably more.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. You talk for a second. I'm gonna
Okay.
look up how tall the Bay Turtles were.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Transformers then. I love the Transformers movie, and I am an action movie girly, and that you can see that in the list that I have compiled here for things we should talk about. We have movies such as The Dark Knight, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Indiana Jones, of course, The Mummy, Ghostbusters, The Matrix, Gladiator, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a good one. I loved that one as a kid. Jurassic Park, The X-Men. Shout out to the X-Men.
Shout out X-Men, wherever you are.
Shout out to the X-Men. Love those guys. They should make more of those movies.
The Jurassic Park movies I was going to touch on. Those are good. I have seen the Jurassic Park
Good.
movies. Because, like, kids and their dinosaurs, man.
Kids and their dinosaurs.
So I have seen the Jurassic Park movies. When I think of a good classic movie, I think of, like, the trifecta of, like, the Jurassic films and, like, Star Wars and Indiana Jones. That's, like, the big three of,
That
like...
is the big three.
Of, like, we went to the movies in the 90s, and this is what was playing. Actually, I have no idea when those movies came out.
Well, the first Jurassic Park was 93.
Oh.
A lot of these good movies are from the 90s.
You know, that feels... That's probably what a lot of people would call the golden age of film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun then.
Back when movies were fun.
Back when movies were fun. Now we're just sad.
Yeah. I got the answer for how tall the Bay Turtles were, by the way.
How tall are they?
From the subreddit r/TMNT.
Oh, thank you, Reddit.
It starts with talking about, like, because there's no, like, canonical, well, I guess not canonical, like, height for them. So they're relating it to Megan Fox,
Oh.
who is 5'4". Shout out to everyone who's 5'4".
We're shouting at everyone.
And then they said, using this, we could calculate the other turtles' heights. Donatello is 5'5".
Oh my god.
Raphael is 5 foot. No, not 5'5". Jeez, 6'5".
6'5"? Okay.
Jeez.
He would be tiny.
Yeah, that is a tiny turtle.
An inch taller than Megan Fox.
And then Raphael is 6'3". And then these ones kind of surprised me, but I guess it makes sense for their personalities. Leo is either 5'10" or 5'11", and
God.
Mikey is 5'6" or 5'7", which is like that's how tall like middle school boys are. You know?
Well, he is a middle school boy.
That is a very fair point. That is a very
I think the
fair
weirder
point.
thing is that Leo is, like, small compared to the rest of them.
No, that's the thing, right? You'd think he'd be like
Taller.
big and in command.
Yeah.
But no, tallest is Donatello.
That kind of does make sense for him, though.
Yeah.
This is the Like You Remember podcast.
And we're back.
Yay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Um,
I can see you now. We moved the mic.
yeah, I had a mic in front of my face. And it,
I was just seeing, like, her eye through a pinhole.
Oh yeah,
Really good
split right between
conversation.
us. Oh yeah, the key to a good conversation is being able to see half of your co-host's face.
Like a quarter.
Yeah.
A single eye.
But up next, we were gonna take a bit of a more deep dive into our list, of what we have as potential conversation topics for
Yes.
our next few episodes.
Yes.
So, do you want to start from the top?
Okay. Do you want me to say all the movies and stuff in the things?
I'll just raise my hand when I have a comment.
Excuse me.
So just start
Excuse me. May
I
I
guess
say something?
we can go into how each of them is. I don't know what our
Is?
opinions on each. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's been a
I'm just
long
gonna ask you
day.
if you've seen it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
So Avatar, the movie, specifically with the blue guys.
I haven't seen it, although
Neither of them. There's two of them now.
I'm very upset that I haven't seen them because I've for the longest time everyone was like, that's the movie, that's the one.
They are the movie.
Yeah.
At least the first one. The second one, it's so long. It's like
second one's
3
not the
hours
movie.
long, and it's not as worth it as the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's like the first one, but like done again in a different texture,
Okay. Different flavor.
different flavor.
For the second
the
one.
flavor of water.
All right. I have not seen Avatar.
Okay, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Like Batman?
Yeah, Batman Begins, and then The Dark Knight, which is the big one. With
Okay,
Heath
yeah.
Ledger Joker, and then Dark Knight Rises.
Okay. He didn't rise before.
No, it actually took him to the third one to rise.
Okay, so what I've learned is that Batman takes a long time to rise.
Yeah.
Like bread in the oven.
Listen, that's what happens when you stay up all night.
I guess so, yeah. The streets. They need me.
They call to me.
I have not seen any. I don't think I've seen anything Batman, period.
That's
I
crazy.
haven't seen any of the Joker movies or anything, but those are going to be exciting ones.
Those are
gonna be cool.
going top of the list now.
Okay, yeah.
But I especially have you seen the newest one
I haven't seen anything.
with Edward from Twilight?
There's that Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, I just call him
Patterson?
Edward from Twilight.
Yeah,
I don't want
okay.
to say his whole name.
Yeah. Okay, wow.
Too long.
Okay.
I respect him as an actor, I promise.
Okay. Well, I have not seen the new Batman. When did it come out? Is it new?
It was. I think it's like
I think it's like a year or two old, isn't it? Or maybe it's new.
2022, which is 3 years ago now, which
That's
is crazy.
ancient. 2022 is like ancient to me.
Like, there's movies on here from the 80s.
Okay, well,
You're gonna go into shock. We're gonna watch Ghostbusters, and you're gonna
face,
die on the
yeah.
spot. She's gone.
Yeah,
We lost her.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's
We gotta watch at least something Batman.
oh yeah, absolutely. Batman's a classic.
Batman is a classic. I would even dare so much as to put the Tim Burton ones on here,
Okay.
which I actually haven't seen either.
Tim Burton has Batman movies?
Yeah, they're with it's. I'm assuming you didn't watch the newest Flash movie either.
No.
Okay, but he what is the actor's name? I
Okay.
can't remember the actor's name.
There's an actor.
I'm looking for the actor. I'm forgetting how to spell.
Oh no.
I don't know why I'm typing Joker. Okay.
That's not quite it.
Okay, what is it? It's the Flash.
Okay.
2023 film, by the way. We're not gonna watch that one.
Okay. The Flash.
I don't hate you that much.
Okay, well, that much.
Michael Keaton, that's him. He did 3 Batman movies.
Okay.
Yeah, Batman Returns. I thought there was a third one, but there might not be. But those are Tim Burton ones.
I'm really curious as to how that would look because, you know Tim Burton. Everyone knows Tim Burton.
Hold on, I want to show you a picture.
And it's like he's the spooky guy,
Look
the
at
guy
him.
that makes. Oh wow, that's gonna be a fun one to watch.
Michael Keaton in this Batman suit looks like congested.
Congested. What an adjective. Okay.
Anyway, back on topic. Gotta be talking about Batman.
Yeah. All right. Next up,
Next on the list is Fight Club.
Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club in Fight
We
Club.
don't. We're actually not going to talk about it at all.
That's ironically all I know about Fight
The
Club.
episode is
that you
actually
going to
be silent when we talk about
Oh,
Fight
yeah.
Club.
Dead air.
No, but Fight Club, I watched Fight Club. I'm going to be honest, when I first watched the movie, I did not understand what was happening.
Okay.
Until I, searched it up, and I was like, oh, okay. And I think that happened to everyone else who watched that movie, because the film bros are like, Fight Club is such a cool movie. And it's like, and they, completely misunderstand what the movie's actually about.
Yeah.
So they're just like, Fight Club is a cool fight movie, and it's like, not exactly.
I don't think that's exactly what it is, but, I don't know. To be honest with you, all I, gathered from what I've seen of Fight Club, which, by the way, is exactly the one clip you're thinking about, is that it is, just a fight bro movie, and also the fact that people don't know what it's about scares me.
Yeah, but, yeah. I think I want to do an episode on that one for the pure thing of that I want to talk about what it's actually about.
Right. Yeah, just
I
to,
think a lot of people miss that.
clear the air about what Fight Club actually is.
Yeah.
So, next
Next on the list is Dune.
Dune. The 90s one or the recent one?
First of all, the movie's from the 80s, not the 90s.
Okay, well, I don't know. They said
But,
the movies were from the 90s, and I just went with it.
I put down all of them.
Okay.
Because I haven't actually watched the 84 version, but I hear it's very different to the 2020s version.
Okay. All right.
I think the 84 version is a lot more like camp.
Right. I know what that word means. I've heard people use it.
Okay, well, yeah. Dune, the recent Dune movies, it's a whole lot of desert.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of desert.
I've read some of the book. And, they always say, the book's better than the movie. God, that book needed a movie.
Yeah.
Not even just, because it was a good book, but, I didn't understand what was going on the whole time.
Yeah, I
was reading
tried.
it.
I tried reading the Dune book. I tried so hard.
Yeah.
I got, 5 chapters in, and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yep.
This is so dry.
I don't know if anyone else has that experience with Dune, but I tried to read it in grade 10, bought the book, walked into high school with my little Dune book, and I read it every day and tried to understand what Paul was, about. Couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Literally at all. Had no idea what it was about. There was worms, and
The sandworms were the best part.
there was a duke, and there was some funky stuff going on in the desert.
And there was dunes.
And they were, there was some, bodily excreting into tubes, I do believe.
Oh, God. And that's it for Dune.
Hard cut off.
Hard cut off. No more Dune. You have had your Dune privileges revoked.
Unduned.
I'm sorry, no more Dune. Anyway, next on the list is Scott Pilgrim. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Have you seen the show?
I
They made a
have not.
show. They made an
yeah.
animated show.
And he, looks funny in that
And
one.
he looks like the comic style. There's a graphic novel
Okay.
from 2004.
I don't know much about Scott Pilgrim, but I do know he saved the world at some point. And for that, I am eternally
He fought...
grateful.
How many exes did he fight? Is it 7 evil exes?
Exes? He fought women?
He fought men.
He fought
One
men?
woman, actually.
He fought men and one woman.
Well, if I had to sum up Scott Pilgrim, I think it's like man fights bisexual woman's exes.
Okay. You
Her
know,
strange
we love...
exes, by the way.
Okay, well that's good.
I think
guess
one
it
of
is
her
saving
exes
the
was
world.
Channing Tatum in the movie.
Ah.
I think it's played by him.
So you gotta get rid of Mr. Tatum.
Mr. Tatum.
That sounds like a potato chip company.
Mr. Tatum's potato chips.
But yeah, I have not seen anything Scott Pilgrim. But now that you've brought up the fact that he fights people, that's like...
Scott Pilgrim is such... I searched it up, I said Scoot.
Scoot
Pilgrim.
Yeah.
How many exes does he fight? I need to know.
Yeah, this is
Scott Pilgrim exes.
critical information.
How many? It is 7 exes.
Okay. Like the 7 deadly sins.
One of her exes are 2 twin brothers.
Oh. What
Their exes 5 and 6.
Okay. That they don't have names?
No, their names are Kyle and Ken.
Okay. Like Barbie doll classic names.
Like Barbie.
All right, next.
Shawshank Redemption.
I have seen Shawshank Redemption.
Good. I had to watch it for a class.
Great movie.
It is a really good movie.
Yeah. Oh my god. I stayed up one night. It was like 11 p.m. and I was like, I'm gonna watch Shawshank Redemption because it was on Netflix and it said it was leaving soon. And then now I think it's still there. And
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
it's still on Netflix.
yeah,
I
I
lied
was
to you.
like, I should watch Shawshank Redemption because everyone talks about it, and I watched it and it was great.
It is a great movie, and it's also a book
Yeah.
by
Really.
yeah, it's by Stephen King.
Really?
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about anything.
Don't worry, I did so much research before now. I have everything written down.
Okay, so this is not common knowledge I'm supposed to know.
No.
Okay.
I researched.
Okay, that's good.
my
I was
thing.
hoping that
It's,
not
I don't think it's
everyone-
common knowledge because when people think of Stephen King, they're not like, yeah, Shawshank Redemption,
Prison movie, yeah.
the prison movie,
Where the guy starts a library, you
yeah,
know?
that's my favorite Stephen King.
Yeah, when I think of Stephen King, I don't think of It or, what's the one with the pets and they're dead?
Pet Cemetery,
Oh, the name was right there.
or like, what's that one? The Shining.
The Shining.
That's a Stephen King one.
I haven't seen The Shining.
That's going on the list.
I'm
I'm adding it on the list
Send 'em
right
to the
now,
list.
actively.
I
Live
haven't
adding
seen
to
it.
the list.
I haven't seen it, but I do know that The Shining... Okay, my brother watched it recently, and he told me that it was bad. He told me it was bad, and it's overhyped, which, ironically, perfectly fits the criteria of something being on this show.
I haven't watched The Shining, but I do want to watch it. I don't know why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, that's like... When you think of classic horror movies, which
I
you
know.
said you like...
I know. I'm a disappointment. I'm sorry.
You're failing your own image.
I'm sorry.
I wish my laptop would stop turning off. Damn. Anyways, brief aside of rage. I don't know. The Shawshank Redemption was a good movie. I was confused as... Okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but I was confused as to if it was the same movie as The Shawshank Redemption, because I was watching The Shawshank Redemption on Netflix, and was like, oh, this is a different film. This is a different film that they chose to add the word "the" to.
Yeah. That gets you.
No
Sometimes
one-
that gets you.
No one says The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Even though that's what the movie is called, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna... Misinformation.
Quick, Google it.
Hang on.
It is called The Shawshank Redemption.
Okay. In case
It's
you can Google
official
faster
title.
than I can.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
I'm on my phone. And
That's
I got
fair.
fast fingers, dude.
Yeah. I have
This is how I
slow-
Googled all this stuff.
I have slow brain, which is why I'm here. Media literacy is something learned and not taught, and I missed the lessons.
A
Okay.
lot of people miss the lessons. That's why Fight Club is perceived the way it is.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, next.
Next is The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Oh,
Have you
that's a
seen any
long
of
one.
those?
I haven't seen any Lord of the Rings or Hobbit or anything.
That's
much to
actually
my-
crazy.
Much to my father's dismay.
You know what? I was disappointed that I hadn't watched any of the, like, especially the Lord of the Rings movies. I hadn't watched those until, like, a few years ago.
Oh, man.
And I felt disappointed at that.
Yeah.
I felt ashamed.
I am, like...
Do you feel ashamed?
I do feel ashamed. I'm a full 18 years old, half baby, half adult. And, like, Man, I don't know. I've never seen... Oh, man. I just, like, blanked. What are we talking about?
The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Right. I've never seen The
Any of
Hobbit
them?
or Lord of the Rings, any of them.
Damn.
My dad, every year, he's like, we're going to watch them this year. We're going to sit down and watch, like, all fucking 12 hours or whatever it
You
is.
should listen to your dad.
And, and, like, oh, man. So many people are just like, you got to sit down and you got to listen to them. And I'm like, okay.
I think the intent is to watch them.
Okay, well, it
You
is.
should
but,
look
like,
at them, too.
I've
Not everything is Radio Sierra.
Oh my god, they
I
keep
know,
me in
it
this
really
room for
sucks.
too long every
They
day.
kept me in the radio program.
Oh, yeah.
Too long.
Let me out.
Video
That's-
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Radio killed the video.
I was just about to say that.
I beat you.
That's a good one. All right,
you.
next.
Next, I kind of grouped the last two together. But next is actually Indiana Jones, which we kind of talked about already.
Right, yeah,
So,
and that's two.
that's actually, it's... Indiana Jones is 5 movies now.
Right. Yeah,
Because
we were
there's
talking about that.
Crystal Skull, which I think I vaguely remember watching, but it kind of felt like a fever dream.
Is that the third one?
That's the 4th one.
The fourth one. Okay, I was gonna say third movies tend to be significantly forgettable.
The fourth one is
movies,
even worse.
Like,
The 4th one, you get into aliens, which I think is what that movie is actually about.
oh my god,
That's what the Crystal Skull is. I think the Crystal Skull is actually an alien skull. I think that's the plot point of the movie.
very.
They really,
odd.
like, the jump between Last Crusader to Crystal Skull to Dial of Destiny is insane.
Yeah,
It's like, I feel like they kind of tried to pretend that Crystal Skull didn't happen.
that they do that sometimes.
they do be doing that.
That's like the Cars trilogy. Yeah, I think they're making a 4th one. I'll have to check on that.
Yeah.
But hot take. Cars 2 is the best Cars movie. The first Cars, banger. The
Yeah.
second Cars, banger. The third Cars, slightly less banger, but it's still pretty good. And I feel like Cars 3 was a very retroactive decision of, like, saying that the second Cars did not happen. Because the gap between those two movies is, like,
Oh yeah, Cars 2 is the spy one.
10 What? You didn't remember that?
No, I forgot. I was like, Cars 2, Cars 3, which one is the spy movie? I had to Google it.
Yeah,
I had a game for Cars 2.
I did too. Was it, like, the one where you... Okay, the one where you race and you, like, battle?
You race in a Cars game?
Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
Well...
I actually don't know. I don't think I played that game very much.
Okay,
I remember having it and then getting rid of it.
All right. Wow. I was an avid Cars 2 for the Xbox 360 player.
Yeah, we got rid of it with our Xbox 360.
Oh.
This is the Like You Remember podcast.
And we're back.
We
Hello.
are back.
This is Like You Remember with Casey and Sierra. We are now in the last little bit of our show here, and we're going to finish up our list of things that you can look forward to and expect after we get our little pilot episode out of the way, which is
Yes.
what you're listening to right now.
Yeah. Or we're just talking. And
Yeah.
getting sidetracked often.
Oh yeah, which is good. I love getting sidetracked.
Yes. Anyway, back on track.
Right.
Next on the list is Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I hope you've seen those.
Okay. This is a hot button issue in my family. Is the fact that until very recently I hadn't seen any Star Wars movies at all. The first Star Wars movie I saw was like last summer, and it was my partner showed me like the 4th episode. I don't know why they number them like that. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, it's because technically the movies that were made first were episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Right. That's
And then
the
they made-
original trilogy.
Yeah, but then they made prequels afterwards,
Yeah.
which they number 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Then the recent ones are 7, 8, 9.
There's only 3 recent ones?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, there's some other ones. There's
Like, The Mandalorian is a thing, but I think that's a show,
That's a
isn't it?
show. There was a movie. I can't think of it right now. Rogue One.
Right.
And then they made a Han Solo prequel movie, which was not well
received. Which is just,
received.
Solo, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
look
just
up what that
called
got on
Solo.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think it was good.
I'm gonna,
I don't think people liked it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if people didn't like a movie about Han Solo, because as an avid Star Wars fan that's seen a total of 2 movies out of the
avid.
12 that there are, I don't hate Han Solo. I can understand him as a character, as a written character. As a person, I don't think I like him. Which,
Yeah, that's understandable.
yeah, which I think is the point,
Yeah,
at least of what I've seen of him.
I think he gets better.
I hope so. What do you mean you think? Haven't you seen them?
No, I just don't remember. It's been a while, okay?
Yeah,
As it has been with most of these things.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Just going off what I can remember and what stuck with me. I just remember that Luke kissed his sister.
Oh, right. Right.
But it was so odd because it happened in the original 3 movies. They
Right.
kissed. The prequels didn't exist yet. But in the prequels they were they're twin siblings.
And that's guys, no.
I don't know. I like the fact that they're siblings. I think that's interesting. But it's just the fact that there's previous history that shows that maybe they shouldn't have been siblings. I'm just glad they
Yeah.
didn't end up together.
Just from a moral perspective.
Just from a moral perspective.
From a writing perspective, love it.
It's good, but-
It's good. From
Is this okay?
perspective, maybe
not.
no.
Maybe not.
All right, anything else?
There's so many more. We're
Okay,
getting
good.
to some of my favorite things.
Okay,
The
good.
Mummy.
The Mummy.
I love that movie so much. I love the original one. The second one is a fun time. The 2017 remake is a disgrace, and we should all
Okay.
forget that it exists.
Right.
Like you do with the Pacific Rim second movie that doesn't exist, that never happened.
That's another one I haven't seen. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim is
Actually-
my favorite thing.
I think I've seen it, sometimes when you, go downstairs and your parents are, watching cable television and they're watching a movie and it's, already halfway through,
Yeah.
but you sit and watch the end of it and you don't know what the movie is, but you're like, this is really good. I think I've seen Pacific Rim in that context, and maybe I didn't know it was Pacific Rim, but is there a lot of water in that movie?
There's... Yes, they are...
Okay.
They're in an ocean at one point.
Okay.
Do you know what Pacific Rim is about?
I assumed it was about the rim of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna show you the Pacific Rim movie poster
Okay.
just to give you an
'Cause
idea.
I think
before
I've
saying
seen
anything.
the
Oh,
font.
ew, that's the second one. Sorry.
I've
I got
totally
the
seen...
ick. I got the ick when I saw the movie poster for the second one. This is the first one.
Okay, yeah, robots and there's water. I think
Yeah,
I
big
have
robots
seen
and
it.
water.
I think I have seen it without knowing.
I've
that
seen
was
it
Pacific
too
Rim.
many times.
Okay,
Like
in a good way or bad way?
in a good way, but
Okay.
some may see it as a "Are you okay?" way.
That's fair. So in a way,
I was devastated when it left Netflix.
It's not on Netflix anymore.
It's not anymore. I
See-
saw the tag that was leaving soon, and I watched it 3 times.
Oh my god.
Before it left.
Oh my god. Damn. See,
I love big monster, big robot versus big monster.
this is what we're learning today.
What you'll learn about me real quick is that I really love big thing fight big thing.
Yeah.
I love Godzilla.
Oh my god. I'm wearing a Godzilla shirt,
Good.
and that is.
See, there's your movie merch. Now you're on topic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now
Red
I'm
socks, you
with
with a
it.
shirt.
Get with the program.
You're
My own
you're
program.
on the program.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was talking about the Mummy.
Yeah, that's right.
I got sidetracked. I got too excited about Pacific Rim.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, the Mummy. The first one, really good. I love the first Mummy.
Okay.
The graphics, because it was 1999, the graphics leave much to be desired. And I think that's
Yeah.
why they remade it, but they remade it really bad. With Tom Hanks, I think. Not
Oh.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks?
It's one of the Toms.
Tomothy.
It's the Mission Impossible one.
I haven't seen Mission Impossible.
Oh god. We need to bring a third person here
yeah.
who understands my things.
Yeah.
What?
Bring someone on who knows what they're talking about a
Movie
little bit. I
2017.
clearly
What's
am
his
out to lunch
name?
about a few things.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
That's the Tom.
The Tom that cruises.
He's the one that cruises. Anyway, that happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Mummy. But it's another one of those classic ones that people always tell you to watch. Again, probably why it's on the list.
I'm telling you to watch it.
Yeah. through our own extracurricular. Yeah, next.
Ghostbusters.
The Busters.
The original ones. But I also have the other ones on
Okay.
here as well. The first one, actually, I think I wrote this down wrong. I think there's a third original Ghostbusters movie.
I thought
I'll
it was
fix
a
that later.
trilogy.
But we have, the first Ghostbusters is really good. I think after, the second and third, they kind of didn't know what to do.
That seems to be the trope
Which
with a lot
happens
of
a lot.
movies, yeah.
And then there's Ghostbusters 2016. Do you know about that one?
Is that the woman one?
That's the woman
Oh,
one with
I
Chris Hemsworth, and he plays a himbo, and he gets possessed
Okay, I
by
did not
a
know
very
that.
vindictive ghost. And I think he makes a whole bunch of military people do a choreographed dance number in the street.
I love the creativity, guys.
Yeah, so that's on the list. And then we also have the more recent ones, which is Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Ghostbusters Afterlife is quite the title for a famous series about ghosts.
I will say that one, if I remember correctly, does not have very many ghosts.
Okay, so it took us 4 movies.
It's I think it follows the daughter, and then, the daughter's there. The daughter of one of the original Ghostbusters, but we're actually following the grandchildren, and they rediscover all the Ghostbusters things. But
That's
they're
neat.
in a small town. I think there's a haunted mountain.
How does one haunt?
I think there's a demon in a mountain somewhere.
Okay.
I think that's Afterlife with the demon in the mountain. That's their one ghost.
This is the Like You Remember podcast.
Hello.
Ooh.
We're back.
We're back.
Final section of our
Final
show,
little bit.
and final section of our list as well.
Yes.
Because
Well,
we got to get out of here in 5 minutes.
yes, we're going to speed run this.
Right.
No getting sidetracked.
Okay, I'm shutting
Okay.
up.
No, don't shut up. I still want to know things. Okay, The Matrix.
I have not seen The Matrix.
We got to watch those too. Gladiator.
Haven't seen Gladiator either.
That's very surprising.
Really?
I don't know. You just.
I give Gladiator, I guess.
I don't know. I think it's just Gladiator is so well known.
That's
people
fair.
know.
People are in the know about what happened.
People know about Gladiator.
in Rome back then.
What happens in Rome stays in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I have seen the first 2 Pirates movies.
Good.
But
That's
only
where
recently.
you should stop.
Okay. Well,
To be fair, Pirates of the Caribbean, it just kind of gets weirder as you go along. The first one's already kind of weird, but the rest,
yeah, it starts weird.
it gets weirder.
Okay.
I already kind of talked about X-Men. I love X-Men.
Yeah, I haven't seen any X-Men movies either.
That's so disappointing.
All I do on this show is disappoint.
I threw Shrek on here. Do you know Shrek?
I know
Have
Shrek.
you watched Shrek?
I have watched Shrek, but it was when I was so young I can't particularly remember what the plot is.
Yeah.
But I know Shrek is a cool movie.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna jump into a couple TV shows.
Okay.
I threw Friends on here, which I haven't actually ever seen, but people talk about it a lot.
They do talk about Friends a lot.
It's a big thing.
Yeah. People love having friends.
People love Friends.
If you ask me to name the 5 friends, I think there's 5. They sit on a couch for sure.
There's a couch. I think
there
it's
is-
yellow.
Oh, I think it's red. Okay, fact
Friends
check time.
couch.
Friends couch. I'm pretty sure it's red and it's in a park.
Friends couch.
I don't know what yellow
It's
couch is.
orange.
Okay. Healthy medium. It's orange couch.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's orange.
Yeah, that's an orange couch.
Yeah, it's orange.
That is
Okay.
an orange couch if I've ever seen
Let's
it.
put Seinfeld on here.
Seinfeld. My dad's seen Seinfeld, which tells you everything you need to know about Seinfeld.
Good to know. I put Walking Dead.
I haven't seen The Walking Dead either, but that one's a big one that people talk about.
That
and
one is a big
honestly,
one.
I can't see a world in which The Walking Dead is, like, interesting after one season.
To be fair, I did get, like, I think it's very long. It's very, very long. I got through some of it. I never watched all of it.
Okay.
Just after, like, a certain point, I just got, like, bits and pieces from when my parents would watch it.
Right. And then next.
Breaking Bad, which I've never seen before, but people talk about it a lot. I know my dad has watched it.
Okay.
I think my dad is listening. I know you watch Breaking Bad.
My brother's seen Breaking Bad. I know a lot of people that's seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
There's so many memes about it.
There's so many Breaking Bad memes.
In conjunction with that, like, Better Call Saul.
Yeah, that's on here too.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to Breaking Bad. They're in the same category because Better
Drugs
Call
and
Saul
lawyers.
is well, the character of Saul Goodman, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
He was in Breaking Bad.
Okay,
And then
that's the
Better
connection.
Call Saul is, I think, a prequel series to Breaking Bad.
Okay. Better Call Saul is about how the legal system fell enough for a teacher to sell drugs.
Yeah. Anyway, Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure my parents watched some Game of Thrones, but
My parents love Game of Thrones.
yeah, I heard it didn't end well. But
Yeah, I never got to that part. I watched however many seasons, maybe like 2, and then I was like, I think I get it.
yeah, it's probably for the better.
I also put House of the Dragon on here, which is a prequel
Okay.
series to Game of Thrones, and then there's a new series coming out this year,
Oh.
A Knight of Seven Kingdoms.
Okay. Well, we'll have to keep it locked to that.
Yes.
Eventually.
And then Stranger Things.
I have seen the first season and a bit of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It was a few years ago.
Yeah.
But it was good. I liked the first season of Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
Stranger Things is good. I fear now that they have lost the plot a little bit. Like, at some point, you get to a point in a series where you're like, how many world-ending events can you have in one
Yeah.
small town before
Oh, yeah.
it gets a little...
Yeah.
How many times can you bring 11 back to life?
Yeah. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. I already kind of talked about Transformers. I'll skip that one, and we're going to talk about my favorite thing.
Okay.
The Legend of Zelda.
Right.
Which is the only game on my list.
Okay.
I specifically have Skyward Sword, Link's Awakening from 2019, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Echoes of Wisdom, which is the newest game.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming you've never played any of those.
No, I don't own any. I don't own a Nintendo. Is the
Yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna bring my Switch here. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you play.
Live reaction on the radio.
Live reaction. She's gonna play it in real time.
And you won't be able to see it at all.
You'll just hear reactions. I'll turn the volume up on the Switch.
Yeah. And with that, that is all the time we have for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Like You Remember.
Our pilot episode.
Yeah, and next week we'll be back.
Our real first episode where we actually talk about something specific.
Yeah, and have more direction, and hopefully get a little bit of music
We
playing.
can keep the plot.
Oh yeah, hopefully we keep the plot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that will do it for the first episode. Tune in every Thursday, 4 to 5. We will be here. And yeah.